So why is TikTok back after being shut down on Sunday? I'm happy to be here with you guys, but there's a little bit more going on than what's being reported. But first, we have to talk about the backstory. Meta and Google needed TikTok to go away. TikTok was eating up their market share, but they just couldn't beat TikTok by offering a better product. So they turned to politicians for help. Now, politicians really wouldn't care about their profitability, but what they would care about is controlling the narrative. And Meta and Google absolutely can control a narrative, which is unbelievably valuable if you're doing something as a government that's kind of unpopular. The problem is when something like TikTok provides unfiltered information to the American public, that undermines these efforts. So a deal was cut. If the politicians would protect the tech firms' market share by banning TikTok, the tech firms would then help the politicians by controlling the narrative for them. You've probably seen certain positions on world issues and social issues be suppressed on those other platforms, and that isn't your imagination. That's really been happening. And TikTok also wasn't lying when they said they did everything they could to appease the US government, but it was like arguing with a hitman. A deal was cut and TikTok had to go no matter what. So national security, data privacy, the reason it really didn't matter, they just had to ban the app. And the only hope TikTok had would be if they could get a sitting president on their side by the next election. And this is where I believe a behind the scenes deal was cut to save TikTok. Did you notice this guy ended up here getting tens of millions of views per video? He was actually a perfect ally for TikTok because whether true or not, he blamed the social media companies that were trying to ban TikTok for costing him the re-election in 2020. In his mind, they covered up his opponent's scandals and amplified anything negative about him. And it was really an enemy of my enemy is a friend situation. TikTok gave him a platform, boosted him in the algorithm allegedly, and helped him win his election. And in return, he is protecting the platform. So why on the eve of the inauguration did TikTok go dark for half a day? It was really all for show. It wasn't that TikTok was saved at the last minute. They brought it offline so that they could bring it online again and give him credit for saving them, making it more of a kiss the ring moment. But this isn't over. What I see is a bifurcation of social media in America where we have two camps. We will have Meta, Google, and Reddit operating as the pro-establishment platforms, while TikTok, X, and to a lesser extent Truth Social will be operating as the free speech platforms. But will it really be free speech, or will it be a different type of narrative control? If platforms can only exist if they align themselves with political interests, then they will either be subservient to the demands of governments, or they will be so influential themselves that they can force the government to comply with them. And what makes us think that in a few years, TikTok and X won't be manipulating information like Meta and Google, which is a shame because my videos, other content creators' videos, our discussions in the comments should all reach an audience organically, not because it aligns with a certain narrative and an algorithm pushes it. But nevertheless, I'm thankful we're still here on TikTok, but I want to know what you guys think. Am I right to think that a behind-the-scenes deal was made to save TikTok from a politically motivated ban, or was TikTok actually a threat to American security? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if this video provided value to you, give me a like and a follow. That really helps out my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video, thankfully here on TikTok. Take care.